Okay, we have 150 this morning. That I'm capturing on the video is on the wood at the side of the raised bed. So the plant leaf is over 150, more like 152. And I'm just going to try and prove this. See that? Touching the wood. 152. Holy crap. Just under. Okay, here we go. This is harvest day, coming round the back here. Everything has been snapped by the cold and is dying. The one plant that still stands strongly, well, still got green foliage, is this one, which is where we have the Lekovsky coil around this one. And this was the struggling one early in the project. So there we go. Planting to follow, harvest to follow. Ciao guys, okay, here's the harvest. So this first box here, raised bed, 5.222 kgs. These three boxes are the baskets. This is the Lekovsky coil basket, this was 1.6 kgs. This was the next basket along, almost the same in weight. And then the next basket, the next basket, the next basket, and the basket closest to the telluric antenna. But this is the biggest crop. Then these are the control baskets. This was the basket nearest the telluric antenna inside range of the power tower. This was the one next to that, so slightly south. And then these three baskets were the control baskets in the far end, all the way over the top of the garden. So I think there's a lot of things I've learned from today. Number one, not as much as I would have hoped. But obviously, the experimental ElectroCulture baskets and raised bed are far more productive than the normal ones. There's a lot of small potatoes, as you can see, and there was lots and lots of little tiny tuber potatoes on the roots, still ready to form in the soil. So many. So I think several things have occurred here. Obviously we planted late and we used potatoes that were supposed to be in the ground by June. We planted 22nd of June. We haven't left them in the ground long enough probably, and I would argue that there would have been more development of the potatoes in the next month prior to Christmas harvest. But I don't believe that they were a potato that was usually cropped at this time of year, so it was outside of its remit. However, we can clearly see there's far more energy in the ElectroCulture, and the difference being the antenna, the basalt and the power tower. Because with these I used the bacteria and I used the homemade fertilizer. I think we now need to assess the soil, and I think we should, from a lithometer perspective, because there's a lot of worms in that soil. It's a very different soil now to the soil at the start in all cases. Much more drier soil from the ElectroCulture, much damper and sort of claggy soil, thick and clayey and claggy from the control. So I think me and Francesco are now going to focus on assessing from a lithometer perspective and testing as much as we can the quality of the soil and of the potatoes, maybe getting them assessed how much life is in these potatoes compared to these potatoes and the soil. But yes, I would say success has been achieved, and at a time of year we've harvested potatoes when most people would expect that we got that. So we've done well. We've done well.